So let us see the input and the output waveforms. So input I have applied 1 kilohertz frequency and 20 volts peak to peak. You can observe here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 divisions into 5. Okay, so 4 into 5 is 20 volts. Remember students, to observe the transfer characteristics, you need to display the input at channel number 2. Okay, you need to connect the input input is given to the pin number 2, right? So to display the input should be connected to the channel number 2 of the CRO. Okay, so if you give the input to channel number 1 and output to channel number 2, you will get the inverted hysteresis. Okay, so in order to get the correct transfer characteristics, you need to give the input to the channel number 2 and output is connected to channel number 2. You can observe here output is connected to channel number 2. Now let us see the output. See here, you are getting the square wave. Okay, so this is the square wave you are getting. So here you can observe I am pressing ground buttons of both. Okay, and both the reference lines should be coincided like this. Then you remove the ground button. So you can observe here when input is increasing, okay, when input is greater than V reference, the output is clamping at minus V sat, and when input is decreasing, okay, the output is clamping at plus V sat. Okay, so this is how we are getting the input and the output waveform. Now let us see the hysteresis. To observe the hysteresis, ground both the channels, okay, and you need to overlap both the reference lines. Okay, then press XY button. Okay, in the CRO press XY button. So when you press XY, you will get a dot. Okay, this dot should be at the center of the scale. Okay, it should be at the center of the screen like this. Okay, if suppose the dot is like this, you can set that to the position by changing this X position. Okay, by varying the X position or Y position buttons, you can set the dot to the center of the screen. Okay, after this you remove the ground buttons of both the channels. Okay, so after removing the ground buttons here, you can observe here you are getting the hysteresis curve. Okay, so this is called hysteresis curve. Now you need to measure the UTP and LTP value. So UTP is here, okay, this UTP, and this side is the LTP. So how to measure UTP and LTP? This is the center. Okay, so from here how many divisions are there you need to observe. See, from here to here it is one division. After one it is at 0.2. Okay, so from here to here it is 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 into output is at the second channel, which is pointing at 5. Okay, so 1.2 into 5, how much? 1.2 into 5, you are getting 6 volts. So UTP we assumed 6 volts for design, so exactly we are getting plus 6 volts. Now let us see the LTP. See, from origin, from here, it is how many divisions? It is 0.2, it is 0.4. So from 0, it is 0.4. 0.4 into this 5. It is volt per division is pointing at 5. So 0.4 into 5. 0.4 into 5 is 2. So that is minus 2. So from 0 it is left side, means it is minus 2. So we are getting LTP minus 2. So we are getting UTP 6 volts and LTP minus 2 volts according to the design. So you should get exactly the UTP and LTP values according to the design according to the designed values. So students, this completes Schmidt trigger experiments. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.